I'm live.
Check entire screen, yes. Alright, Shalom.
Shalom.
Alright, first and foremost, we give all the praise and honor and glory to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kadash.
Alright, the longest respect to our apostles and elders, great millstone, who ruled all, taught us His truth. I would also like to say much love, peace, and salutations to the Lord's elect, the hopeful life of 1/3. This is Brother Salah.
Brother, yo, what's up?
Alright, in today's lesson, we're going to open up the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30, verse 7. And it says here, "And the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, thy power, will put all these curses upon thy enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecute thee," right? So there was a news article, right? Or not, or there's a news clip, right, of middle class Americans, really Edomite Americans, right? Right, donating their plasma to make ends meet, right? That's the curse that's falling upon our enemies, right? They got to give up some of their blood, man. And to make ends meet, which goes to show you, man, that Babylon the Great, man, Esau, Edom's kingdom is fallen, man. Along with Shapel spewing, being shown to them, they're being revealed to be the wicked of the earth, the Epstein files and the PDF stuff and the child sacrifice. So before we get into the video, right, we're gonna get the copyright disclaimer. All right, disclaimer, copyright disclaimer to Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use, for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. So that out of the way, we're gonna jump straight to the video.
I'm gonna keep my phone right here while it takes the audio.
Yeah, Tron. That's what we do. Videos. Find that video, Salakia. No, not Salakia. Video topics. Yeah, here it is. All right. Salakia. Esau's lagging the damn internet. And I like to pause it there for a second too, and this plasma, it ain't going to people who need it. It's going to literally them bloodthirsty wicked elites, man. That they use them for blood ritual sacrifices, man. Yeah, that's how demonic and wicked these motherfuckers are.
And you see the downfall of society. Like, look, there's one thing, like, you see, like, good graffiti getting sprayed onto the wall, right? You see, like, trash being thrown. But you see the downfall of society when these people are literally selling their own blood, right? To like pay for like this guy said he was losing one of his legs and he had to sell his own blood to basically pay for an operation to fix his leg. So that's how we know that society's fucking going to shit, man. Like you're seeing these devils, they can't even afford rent anymore. So they have to sell their own fucking blood, man.
And Doc, can you get the precept, the Babylon has fallen?
The book of Revelation, right?
Yeah.
This is the book of Revelation. Doesn't want to cooperate with me. Babylon has fallen. Has fallen. KJV Online. It's taking forever to load. Why is fucking internet? Okay. All right. This is Revelation 18, and I'm going to start at verse 1 and read on down. And after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and has become a habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. For all the nations have drunk of the wine of her wrath, of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not her plagues. For her sins have reached on to heaven, and Yahweh hath remembered her iniquities. Okay, so these sins are being seen through the Lord's eyes, which are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. The Lord accounts for every good and evil work on this earth, and he's watching these devils and each and every one of their actions. And this nation, man, Babylon, aka America, all right, is full of ideologies that are considered to be folly in the Lord's eyes. This place breeds wickedness, breeds abominations. This is why it has to get destroyed.
Yeah, that's right. And now these average everyday Edomites, right? And of course, 2/3 of our own people, man, are going through it, right? Literally having to sacrifice their own blood to make ends meet, man. And why? Because the Lord Yahweh Hashem Shai, man, is bringing this place down, right? He's revealing the sins of the wicked, right? And so what's the wicked doing, right? They are now literally taking blood samples, right? And they're not going to advertise it in your Facebook, right? But what they will do, right, is
Revelation of the method where they basically they'll briefly mention it on like TV or something like that.
Yeah.
Make it like a joke.
Don't make a joke saying that don't need an arm or a leg or they might get some of their blood. They actually do it, man. They'll actually, these motherfuckers actually give their blood away, right? And like the guy said, there are literally more fucking blood drives than damn Costco's in America.
That's
man.
crazy. There's a lot of fucking Costco's. A lot of Costco's.
There's a lot of Costco's, and the fact that there are more blood drives, per block than a damn Costco, man, it shows you where Esau's fucking priorities are.
And it's funny because this devil can't, help these homeless people, these people that are struggling. Meanwhile, every chance that he can get, he'll open up a blood clinic. He'll open up an abortion clinic. All right. He'll open up anything that's contrary to what the Lord wants. All these sacrificial things going on, man. And
for Esau, that's like free money. Because
yeah.
If you think about it, like one of those abortion clinics, like they're basically taking those parts of those children that they killed, and they're using it for other ulterior motives, right? They're using it for the food additives, right? They're using people's blood to make their blood. What is that thing? What's that? It's the stem cell therapy, right?
Yeah, stem cell therapy. And one of the main people doing this is the so-called black woman. Esau has her in a chokehold. He convinces her that you don't need no nigga, you don't need no man. You can go, get nutted in as many times as you want, and all you have to do is get an abortion. These bitches, these evil demon, 2/3 demon women, are going and drinking tequila and twerking right before they step into their appointment, and their little gremlin friends are telling them, yeah, you go, bitch, you go, and putting it all over live. And this is the book of Hosea, chapter 4 and 6. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing that thou hast forgotten the law of Yahweh, I will also forget thy children. So the Lord is going to, cause these people to walk right into their judgment. Why? Because they chose to turn their back on the Lord. Ultimately, it was predestined for them. For the moment their spirit came into this earth, that they were going to be set up to be destroyed. And one of the brothers was saying that's why, you'll see a newborn baby, precious Jimmy or Joey, everybody, taking photos of him, this and that, something will happen where he gets just dropped on his head and his brains just blow up. And guess what? That was ordained by the Lord because this person was, set up to be destroyed. And this is what's going to happen to a lot of you people because you chose not to listen to the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua and his word.
That's right, man. Ready to see on the video?
In a demand on cash-strapped Americans, ranging from college students who told Rolling Stone they were looking for some extra cash to afford Harry Styles tickets, to middle-class workers struggling with rising costs and a slowing job market. Jill Chamberlain in Scottsdale, Arizona, used to make $87,000 a year overseeing the finances for a local business until she was laid off in August 2024. Now she works more than 80 hours a week to barely cover her bills. Twice a week before work, she sells her plasma.
Twice a week before work.
Get from here or the other overtime jobs is food, it's power, it's gas in my car, it's car insurance. One day it will fix my sunroof.
Chamberlain makes about $400 a month from her plasma, but she says it leaves her exhausted and frustrated.
I chickened out for the first 2 months. I went and then backed out and went and backed out, and it was just too scary.
You were afraid to do it.
Yeah, there's a lot of stigma attached to it, and I wanted to find other solutions before I went that far.
Critics say the plasma sellers getting about $50 a session isn't enough, and point out that the U.S. is one of the few countries that allows payment for plasma and for people to sell as often, twice a week. But plasma companies say they're meeting a critical need.
Yes, the companies make bills.
Yeah, and that's because Babylon the Great, man, is not bloody city, man. Which I believe in the book of Isaiah. But let's get that out right real quick. We're gonna come back. The video says "Woe to the bloody city." Let's get that. Woe. Yeah, here it is. No, it's lucky. It's in the book of Nahum, right? This is the book of Nahum, chapter 3, verse 1, and it says here, "Woe to the bloody city! It is full of lies and robbery, and the prey departed not." Right, and that's Babylon the Great, right? That's why America is the only place where we don't need blood, man. Not these other countries, not in Asia, not in Europe. Not freaking Africa, man. It's only Babylon the Great. Why? Is because that's the main fucking harvesting place for blood trafficking children. Man, it says in the book of Revelation too, man. Let's get that. Where it says souls of men. Let's see. Souls of men. Yeah, right here, Revelation chapter 18. We'll start at verse. Let's see. We'll start at verse 10, right? Revelation chapter 18. We're gonna start at verse 10. It says here, standing afar off of our torment, saying, "Alas, the great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment." And that's when the ICBM nuclear missiles, man, coming to destroy Babylon the Great, for all its fucking wickedness that is committed, right? Like not regarding slavery, right? Not regarding what they did back in the early 1900s, man. Just the fucking Jeffrey Epstein files alone, that is enough to destroy Babylon the Great, man. And how much more with everything they've done in the dark added on top of that, man. These people are fucking through, man.
Yeah, this stuff is coming to light. The Lord set it up to where it's going to come to light now. What has it been? 6 years? People have been waiting for these files. They've been talking about it for years. They've been dangling it like a carrot on a stick. Now it's finally out. We're seeing it all come to all the politicians, all the celebrities, all the athletes these people fucking simped over and idolized over are the same ones that are ravaging little children, ripping them apart, eating their organs. All right? This is real life.
Yeah, and drinking the blood that you fucking donated, you stupid motherfuckers.
Idiots. A lot of these people are idiots. This is why this is only for the elect to understand. The rest of you people are set up to be destroyed.
Right, verse 11, and the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise any more. The merchants of gold and silver and precious stones, of pearls and fine linen, and purple and silk and scarlet and thine wood, and all manner of vessels of ivory, and all manner of vessels of most precious wood, and of brass, and iron, and marble, and cinnamon, and odors, and ointments, and fragrances, and wine, and oil, and fine flour, and wheat, and beasts, and sheep, and horses, and chariots, and slaves, and souls of men.
Yep.
Right, and that's what Babylon traffics, man. They traffic you, your body, your soul, your blood, your kids, everything, man.
Yeah. The beast.
You want to bring out, what's that Revelation? Is it 12? I don't know, probably Christ will be a penny.
Yeah, let's get that.
Is that Revelation 12 and 12?
No, Revelation 12 and 12. It's not, that's level corner out here,
Yeah,
right?
that's, yeah.
No, you good, huh? Christ.
I have a precept right after to bring out.
Yeah, now the internet doesn't want to respond, man.
What is it? I'll bring it up.
Revelation, Christ will be for a penny.
Yeah, price will be for a penny.
You should have it on your phone.
I have it. I'm going to bring it out right now.
Go ahead,
I'm on cellular. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 6, verse 6. And I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny, and see thou hurt not the oil and the wine. So the brother Brock wants to break down what the word penny means.
For a penny, I believe it's day's wages, right?
Day's wages.
Back to the word denarii.
A little louder.
Yeah, the word denario, which means a day's wages, right?
Yep.
And it's getting to that point where things are starting to cost, literally like getting close to those days' wages, man.
I mean,
It's gonna get even worse than that. But
yeah.
when you got to the point where people are literally selling their own fucking blood to buy a fucking Big Mac burger.
I mean, what's next? People are going to sell their arm. The meaning of selling your arm and a leg is going to come into fruition.
Because that's the thing, like what you said earlier about the revelation of the method, where Esau, he reveals these things, right? He literally reveals these things in these like phrases and stuff, like you sell arm and leg, you're a tooth and nail, like this.
Yeah.
This devil literally he's programming you to actually do shit like that.
And what's this ultimately going to lead up to, man? The fact that people are donating blood, right? They'll be like, oh, well, you don't have to donate blood anymore. All you got to do is
Take the chip.
take the chip.
We're going to give you incentives. We're going to give you $5,000 right towards your new digital currency.
Yeah, when like Esau, he says like that phrase, well, this is just a phrase in general, but when the world is made, a lot of people use this phrase, you need a hand, like they're literally gonna fucking like take your fucking hand and chip it. Like,
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus 12 and 17. If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first, and though he pretend to help thee, yet he shall undermine thee. So this guy will give you his hand. He'll say, don't worry, I got you. You're my bro. I got you. You're my brother. And he's the same guy with his other hand. He has a knife right behind his back, ready to undermine you, ready to throw you off into the pit. All right. And it says he will shake his head and clap his hands and whisper much and change his countenance. All right. What do you see with Nero? He says one thing, and then months later, once he's elected, he does the complete next. And these idiots that really trusted and believed in this guy are the same idiots that are watching mommy and daddy get stripped and thrown into a FEMA camp. They're watching little Susanita, get thrown into an ice truck. She's 3 years old, and nobody knows where she's going. Nobody knows her whereabouts, because what? She's being turned into blood. This is what this devil's doing. All right? This devil thinks nothing but destruction in his mind. All right? He meditates destruction, all right, towards our people.
He's even destructive to his own damn people, right? Like you just recently had a father kill his daughter over the Epstein files of Trump, right? The daughter said, well, what if that was me and Trump was raping me, and the father said, I don't care, I got 2 more daughters, man. Show me that these motherfuckers they not good to their own people, man.
And these Edomites, they worship these politicians in power so much to the point where they would probably allow their own daughter to just to say, oh, Donald Trump was dealing with my daughter.
Because when you see these devils, they take their women to like all these like sports events and like political events. Like their woman is like looking at these people like they believe that there's a chance that they're gonna get with that person. You know what I'm saying? Why do you see like that a guy Charlie Kirk, his wife, immediately after he died, she's right on stage crying next to Donald Trump.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sitting on his, crying on his dick.
And it's crazy too because none of Charlie Kirk's kids, they're not even his.
Yeah, you see, this man is the ultimate cuck. And just when he sees, us dealing with his woman, it angers him, it infuriates him. He can deal with our woman. He can go to these Amazon rainforests and he can go to all these other parts of Africa and deal with whoever he wants. But the moment he sees, a so-called black man with his own woman, blonde white woman, he loses his shit. This is the hypocrisy of this devil. All right, he's number one liar.
A weak, effeminate ass motherfucker.
Weak, effeminate. And guess what? This is your kingdom is being transferred. Your rulership is going to be transferred to us very soon. All right, very soon.
Righteous dealings, right?
Yes. Let's close off with that.
Unrighteous dealings. Let me bring it out.
Yeah. Because of unrighteous dealing injuries. Yeah.
And that's Esau, because when you were talking about that, my video just cut off. So
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus 10 and 8. All right, I'm loading this right now. Now Esau wants to give me a hard time with the internet. Oh my fucking goodness, man.
All right,
This devil.
let's
See if you got it. Let's see. Okay, I got it.
Oh, I got it as well. Oh, you can go ahead.
This is Ecclesiasticus 10 and 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
and now you're starting to see these people literally sell their own blood, right? Sell an arm and a leg, literally make ends meet. Those are the curses being transferred onto these fucking people. Right? For all the wicked shit that they did, because ultimately, the scripture's talking about eye for an eye, right?
Yeah,
so it's gonna be blood for blood, man.
Yep.
You take this land that you brought up, right? You shed blood. Now you're gonna have to shed your own blood.
Yep. So, with that being said, Lord willing, you were edified and exhorted. This lesson was quick and straight to the point. We want to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well in sincerity and charity. Peace and salutation unto the Lord's elect, the hopeful elect, and the 1/3. Once again, I'm the brother Yoasap Barak.
This is Brother Salah.
Brother,
Shalom.